5:30. You've just tuned in. You are listening to Taking Care of Business here on Rise FM with Wandile Mazibuko. And our recent salary and wage survey has shown that the cost of living crisis in South Africa with South African consumers is forcing businesses to actually reassess their strategies, especially for being able to attract and retain talent by reevaluating their employee benefits. Now, one of the trends the survey has seen is the increase in earned wage access, which is commonly known as EWA, being offered by employers to employees. Now, earned wage access allows employees to access their pay as it is earned, so enabling them to ultimately manage their cash flow without actually resorting to expensive debt. Now, to be able to help us make sense of all of this, I am joined by Denise Neethling, who is the head of marketing at Paymenow for this particular conversation. Welcome, Denise, to Taking Care of Business here on Rise FM.
Hi, Wandile. Yes, always amazing talking to you and your listeners. And about earned wage access, which is, like you just mentioned, such a innovative platform that we see an exponential growth in within our corporate world. And it's making a massive difference for our users and really assisting them in being able to manage their money better. We're so excited about the adoption of earned wage access within our country.
Yeah, that was going to be my first question, but thank you for eloquently actually explaining it to us here. But I also want to know here, Dennis, how has Paymenow's transaction volume evolved since its launch in 2020, and what growth projections are we anticipating by the end of 2024?
Now, Wandile, when we launched in 2020, Paymenow was the first company or the first earned wage access provider to offer this innovative solution to South Africa or to the African shores. And when we launched in 2020, the company did about a few thousand transactions monthly. And at the moment, we have seen such a great adoption in employers seeing the value in earned wage access and how it is boosting their workforce that we are currently processing over 500,000 transactions per month. And with the current growth we are seeing, we could predict that the volumes will increase to over 1 million a month by the end of 2024, which is not only exciting, from a business point of view for Paymenow, but it shows how employers are really coming to the party in supporting their people, really helping them take control of their financial wellness, and like you mentioned, to stop them from having to fall into this debt cycle of really being exploited by loans and all those things. So yeah, the increase has been exceptional, and we are so excited about being able to help so many more South Africans and users of Paymenow and of earned wage access with this great solution of giving them access to their money earned but unpaid wages during the course of the month.
And especially because, Dennis, to be quite honest, a lot of South Africans that are earning salaries find it very hard to make ends meet at the end of the month. When I look at this particular solution, where should one ultimately, because now you get given the right to be able to manage it, but where is it assisting the most in terms of this particular solution? Where should one ultimately, because now you get given the right to be able to manage it, but where is it assisting the most in terms of making you meet your, I was about to say, make ends meet.
Yes, well, Wandile, the thing is, everything in life is getting more expensive. Then the inflation rates are going up, the interest rates, the cost of living all over is going up, and South Africans are really feeling the pressure. So earned wage access basically provides this lifeline that more and more employees are eager to take because it helps them access their earned but unpaid wages before payday to allow them to pay for unexpected or emergency costs. We did an impact survey, and 92% of the customers said that if it hadn't been for the fact that their employer had implemented with an earned wage access platform, they would have had to borrow money mid-month. We also saw 94% saying their overall quality of life has improved due to the fact that they've got this solution to keep them out of debt and just to keep them in charge of their financial well-being. People matter. We need to ensure that our people can focus on what is important in life and not have to worry about having money for necessities and groceries and those things during the course of the month. So it's really just assisting, giving people that peace of mind, knowing that there is a lifeline that's going to assist them to help them provide for their families.
That's very, very interesting. In my previous life, let me tell you, Dennis, I used to actually sell employee benefits, and whether it be your pension fund or whatever the case might be with one of the big corporates. But be that as it may, I want to hear more about how you guys are actually positioning this ultimately as an employee benefit. There's a lot of decision makers that listen to the show, and maybe they want to implement the same system in their company. How do they go about it to be able to introduce it as an employee benefit?
speaking from a Paymenow point of view, it's really, really easy. So seamless integration with the payroll system. There's absolutely no cost involved for the employer. And we have seen so many employees and employer testimonials come back to us saying how it's improved the productivity, how it's decreased people not showing up to work, how it's increased their loyalty towards their customers. One of the questions that we also asked in our study is, how has Paymenow or access to Paymenow changed your view of your employer since having implemented with it? And nearly 80% of respondents said that having access to this lifeline has improved their perception of their employers, because they can see that their employers care. They see them as being more caring and considerate, and also caring about their financial well-being. So the productivity increases at your company. People are more loyal. It improves your employee value proposition to see that you're not just there to do a job. You're there because you are part of your company's family and they care for you. They want to see how else they can offer you a holistic solution of being empowered, not just through earning your salary or having a job, which is amazing, but also being able to fight indebtedness and take care of financial, strife and things that might happen if there's unexpected costs during the course of the month. Our app is very, very easy to use. It's a data-free app. So that's another way we've really tried to take out an access barrier for our users to be able to access their funds. We give them back that dignity to be able to access money that they've already earned, so that they don't have to resort to loans or payday loans or loan sharks or anything like that that's going to pull them further into the debt cycle and make them worry. You know, the biggest thing is we see that has a massive impact on your productivity at work is financial stress. Actually, financial stress has an impact on every aspect of your life. Knowing that we are able to just kind of lift that burden in some way for our users and for South Africans, it makes us super excited about uptake of earned wage access within South Africa and within the African continent, because we're literally seeing in numbers the amount of people that we are empowering, and that is an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I wish, when I was still employed, we could have had a tool like that, because let me tell you, I remember every single time I had an issue and I had to ask for a payment advance, it was like extracting a tooth, that Denise, with my boss, because I'd have to be extra nice to be able to get that money. But thank you so much.
That's the thing. So just I wanted to mention, that's the other thing. It takes that burden off the company also from having to do internal loans and all that, because Paymenow facilitates the payments. And we really assist you on being able to focus on what you need to focus at work, and let people at work also focus on that. And we've just really seen an amazing uptake and such great feedback from our users and from employers having implemented with Paymenow and earned wage access as an innovative solution to assist their people not only to access to their wages, but also access to vouchers for necessity items to buy like groceries, airtime, electricity and data. So we are access to their wages, but also access to vouchers for necessity items to buy like groceries, airtime, electricity and data. So we are super excited about this great platform and about this great solution, and how we are empowering our South Africans and making them more financially savvy and looking after their well-being. Definitely
a fantastic tool. Thank you so much for joining us here on Taking Care of Business, Denise. Please enjoy the rest of your afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you, Wandile. Always amazing speaking to you. And thanks so much for the time. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Flattery will get you everywhere, Denise. And that was the head of marketing at Paymenow, Denise Neethling, chatting to us about that very, very innovative way of being able to manage ultimately the amount of money you earn. Coming up next.